You know how exercise trends come and go, right? But what if the real secret to a longer, healthier life wasn't some flashy new workout, but something much simpler? A way of moving that could change not just how long you live, but how well you live.
I mean, it's the big question, isn't it? If you had to pick just one thing, one type of workout to maximize your time here, what would it be? Should you be a runner? A weightlifter? Is it yoga? What's the answer? Well, it turns out we don't actually have to guess. Researchers at Harvard did the heavy lifting for us, literally, and their findings from this absolutely massive, decades-long study, well, they point to a pretty clear, and for some, maybe even a surprising answer.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What exactly did this landmark study find? What's the secret to connecting our workouts with our longevity? First off, we just have to appreciate the scale here. This wasn't some small little focus group. Nope, the researchers tracked 110,000 people. That is a massive, incredibly rich set of data. And get this, they didn't just check in once. They followed this huge group for 3 full decades, 30 years. Think about that. That's how you spot the real long-term patterns that actually matter for our health. It gives the results so much more weight. And here it is. This is the headline. The study found that the people who did the most varied types of exercise had almost a 20% lower risk of dying prematurely compared to the people who had the least variety. So that really is the heart of it. It's not just about how many minutes you log at the gym. The real boost to your longevity, that secret sauce, seems to come from how many different kinds of movement you do. It's about challenging your body in new ways. But that kind of begs the question, right? Why? Why is variety so much better than just, being a dedicated runner or cyclist? Well, it all comes down to how our bodies handle stress. Think about it like this. If you do this same exact thing over and over again, day in and day out, eventually the brake pads wear out. That's the expert analogy. That repetitive motion can lead to burnout and overuse injuries. But when you mix it up, when you do varied exercise, you're constantly giving your body a new challenge. It forces it to adapt, to evolve, and to get stronger in all these different ways. This whole idea of mixing things up, it's not some brand new fitness trend. It's actually a classic concept with a name that perfectly describes what this study is telling us. It's called cross-training. And yeah, it might sound a little old school, but it's this incredibly powerful and relevant idea. You engage in all these different kinds of exercise to improve your overall health, not just to get good at one thing. And this Harvard study just proves how right that approach is. And here's a perfect example of why it works. Different exercises do different things for your body. Strength training, absolutely crucial for keeping your muscles and building strong bones, especially as you get older. But then you have something like high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. That's a powerhouse for your heart and your whole cardiovascular system, and it even gives your brain a boost. They each play a unique, vital role. But let's be really clear about something. The goal here isn't just about tacking more years onto your life. It's about adding more life to your years. And that brings us to a much bigger and, I think, more important idea. And that idea is your health span. This is such a critical distinction. It's not just your lifespan, how long you live. It's the quality of those years, your ability to move, to have energy, to be independent for decades to come. That is the real prize. And the benefits just keep rolling in. We know that consistent, varied exercise sharpens your cognitive function. It literally helps you think better. It's a huge boost for your mental health and your emotional well-being. The expert in our source actually calls it the #1 form of preventative medicine, and she says that's not an exaggeration, it's literal. Okay, so the science is solid. Variety is the key. But let's get real. How do we actually fit this into our crazy, busy lives? Well, the good news is it's probably way more achievable than you think. I love this quote from the fitness expert. She just says it straight. I'm pretty freaking busy. So she's figured out how to get a complete, total body workout done in just 2 30-minute sessions a week. This just shatters that myth that you need to spend hours and hours in the gym to be healthy. And it all boils down to this simple truth. It's not about the amount of time you spend, it's about the efficiency of that time. By moving the whole time, training a little more intensely, you can make a 30-minute workout incredibly effective. So if you're feeling a little intimidated, don't be. Getting started is actually super simple. Number 1, start where you are, right now. No judgment. Number 2, find stuff you actually love to do.
because if you hate it, you're not going to stick with it. And number 3, the most important rule of all, just move your body. Anything is always better than nothing. And remember, adding that variety doesn't have to be some big, complicated thing. It can be fun. Get a walking pad to use while you're working. Take a swing dancing class. Go play pickleball or golf. Even gardening totally counts. And I love this last tip. If you're feeling stuck at work, just get up and do 5 push-ups. It moves your body and clears your head. It's that simple.
So really, this whole thing comes down to a simple, actionable idea. It's not about completely overhauling your life overnight. It's about small, consistent changes. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What's one new way you can move your body this week?